Welcome to AFAX number one stop to entertainment and trending news. So yesterday Jamal did an interview with Mungai Eve. Amira happened to watch the interview as well and she brought her receipts. And some of the things that Jamal had put out is that Amira was never pregnant. She was not capable of getting pregnant because of health issues. She had back pain and she came to refute those claims, and she put out a letter from the doctor and also a positive pregnancy test, as you can see, and she put out that her ex-husband is a liar. Jamal had also put out that the apology he shared on his Instagram was written by Amira herself. She was thrown out of the Sukima home because she was bringing men into the house, drinking, taking shisha, and these were things that were not sitting right with Jamal, and especially because he's a Muslim and these things were happening in a Muslim home. So today Amira has decided to continue firing back and bring more receipts. Remember, Jamal had put out that he was not abusive towards Amira. He never laid a finger on her, and in fact is a very calm person when it comes to relationships. And Amira puts out that she had conversations with family members letting them know the things that Jamal was doing, and those are the receipts that she has dropped today. So let's just dive into those receipts. So Amira puts out, nikiulizo tu, sasa mtu akikuomba msamaha na hauna, hiyo ni kitu ya kukasirikia mtu surely. Amira also shared conversations that she had with a member of the family, and you can see here, you don't know how Jamal has been abusive. I've told Hoyo so many times, no one stepped in for me, knowing very well sina family. And the person, that is Layla, responds, Hoyo can't beat Jamal up. Amira writes, I'm left alone in that house to die of depression. You have no idea, Layla. You have no idea. Layla replies, we all suffering. Amira responds, at least you have each other. What did I have? If I call Asta and she used to ignore my calls, I go to Hoya crying. No one actually stepped in. And with this conversation, Amira captions, I tried reaching out to his family too for help. And so this next bit somehow shows us that Layla must be going through an abusive relationship or marriage as well. And you can see her responding to Amira here, putting out, at least you can leave him anytime you want, but we cannot leave. And Amira responds, that day Jamal beat me, I was pregnant. No one addressed that. And Layla responds, I don't support men beating up women. I have zero tolerance for that. Amira responds, Juzi, I asked you to tell Jamal to send food for his kids. Did you even talk to Hoyo? So what Amira is putting out here is to back up the claims that Jamal had beat her up while she was pregnant. And this is what you see her in this conversation putting out, that day Jamal beat me, I was pregnant. No one addressed that. More of the conversations. Today's stima imekatwa. Of course, it doesn't matter because they moved out of the estate with that woman. Remind him that it's still his responsibility to take care of his kids, even if I'm not his wife. Layla responds, I see, but I think he's broke, honestly. I will call him in the morning, inshallah. Amira responds, but you think he's broke? Yet he's showing off the money he makes out of Bitcoin and you think he's broke? Regardless, Layla, sending 1,500 for food, I don't think it's so hard for him. Amira also shares conversations that she has with Jamal, and from this screen grab, Jamal not responding at all. And you can see M-Pesa yangu ya 2 days, M-Pesa ya 2 days again, M-Pesa ya 2 days. So he's not responding. Nitumie pesa zangu za food, umekata kuniwekea M-Pesa yangu ya food. Okay, you refuse to send money for food and now we don't have electricity, feeding other families but neglecting yours. I'm not your family, Jamal, but remember you have kids and you still have to take care of them. And so when you look at these messages, it starts from Sunday, there's Tuesday, there's Friday, and then there's yesterday, today. So it means that Jamal ignored her for perhaps maybe even 4 or 5 days. Another conversation with Layla, Jamal has not paid school fees. Nimeongea na yeye, he will come lock the house on Thursday. And Layla responds, where are the boys now all this week? Are you gonna be home by then? So it seems that here Amira and Jamal have already separated. So Amira produces the entire conversation that she had with Jamal in regards to the apology. Remember, Jamal had given also the screen grab of the apology drafted by Amira herself. So this is where the conversations begin. So the conversation starts as, have a good evening, whenever you make the decision is when I'll do the needful. And Jamal responds, send me format, I do it right now so that you believe me. And what Jamal is responding to, we can just read a little bit of it. We can't sit and talk after the public apology. Same guts you have to post your woman and embarrass, so we can't see the entire conversation. But it seems that for them to work out, he needs to put a public apology, which Jamal also shared with Mungai Eve, that he was to do a public apology. And Amira responds here, that's for you to write. If genuinely you mean it, hautakosa kitu ya kusema, you know the damage you have done. And Jamal responded, staki niandike, then you say that not the way you want it. Please make it easier for me and Allah will make it easier for you. So what Amira is putting out is that she did not just write that apology and send it to Jamal, post this. It is Jamal himself who requested for her to do the apology on his behalf, so that he posts something that he feels would be right for Amira and an apology that she would willingly accept. But I don't understand why Amira would write the apology. Even if you help him format that apology and he posts it, it doesn't come deeply and genuinely from his heart. It's basically like putting out an apology for yourself. It's like writing what you'd want to hear. And so if both of you want to make your marriage work, like Jamal is indicating from these WhatsApp messages, then she should have just let him put out an apology. Clearly, he is not a stupid man. He is not a man that is not thoughtful. The days that he was with Amber Ray, we could see the efforts that he would make to do things right for Amber Ray. We will see him very thoughtful with his gifts, sending her flowers. He can't be completely stupid, not knowing the hurt and the pain that his wife had gone through, not to put out an apology himself in his own words, even if it's not perfect. So I feel that was a very wrong move for Amira. If you want to work things out with someone, as much as the apology should have been loud as the disrespect, I absolutely agree with that. But this apology was not for the public, it was not for the fans, it was for you as Amira. And the fact that the man had disrespected her, it now lowers her value to the fact that he feels that you're desperate for this apology and he's just putting it there to please you. I think if she had stood her ground and Jamal wanting their marriage to work, then I think he would have gone out of his way to make sure that this marriage works. And maybe we'll not be reading these conversations right now. That is if she had not drafted that particular apology. So Amira concluded by putting out, just let me be please. I've stomached a lot na nimefichia mengi. Even when I went to Radio Jambo, I never spoke ill of him. I was quiet for years. I never came to public to speak about the happenings. Even night of altercations, I even said nimesitiri sana because I felt like I needed to as a wife and a mom, because it's shameful to wash your linen in public. But punda sasa imechoka. I left that marriage peacefully, but talking trash about me is where we draw the line. When the boys grow up, they will know the kind of father you are. I might do an interview or come on a live and tell my story, and in case anything will happen to me or my Instagram account, he owns a gun and deals with goons. Just know he is to be accountable. I already have an OB recorded last year of him threatening my life. And she also went ahead to share receipts of the things that Jamal was accusing her of are the same things that he does. So as you can see here, life no balance, F your standard, I don't live for you. And as you can see here, what was shisha. She also shares a photo here of Jamal on a date, and as you can see, she captioned, okay, so the glass on the table with champagne was whose? Look at the pot, calling the kettle black. So basically Amira is proving that the things that Jamal is accusing her of doing are the same things that he does. And so far Amira has provided her receipts to prove that she was pregnant, a doctor's letter, and of course right now she has shared conversations with family members of the things that she was going through, and also that context of her writing the apology. It is Jamal himself who begged her to write that apology so that he can post it online, which I honestly feel was the wrong move when it comes to people genuinely wanting to reconcile and work on their marriage. A person who is deeply remorseful will not miss the right words to apologize and want to make things right. So for that, him not able to do it, that was definitely a red flag. And see right now, he's putting out that he was forced to put out that apology. You're up to date. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Also turn on your post notifications so you're notified once you have any new uploads. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.